Let's talk property auctions. Brilliant or bullshit? So this video could be quite controversial, as I know plenty of estate agents that absolutely love selling properties via auction, and I know some estate agents that don't like auction one bit, and I'll give my opinion on this. So I'm sitting on the fence with this one a little bit, but for the most part, I believe that it's bullshit, and this is why. So very recently, I've seen a property that was advertised for £100,000, and it was being sold via modern method of auction, and this come with a buyer's fee of £5,000. So before the buyer even completed on that property, they were expected to pay 5% of the property in just fees. So the reason that I call bullshit on this is I look at it like this. If I had a client that was selling a property for £100,000 and we had a buyer for that property and they were also willing to pay an extra £5,000 in terms of fees, I look at it and think, well, I'd much rather my client have that extra £5,000 rather than that fee just go to an auctioneer company. So, in my opinion, the reason that it's not total bullshit is sometimes auction properties can be worthwhile. So, I like them if you've got a client that wants high security. So, if you've got a buyer willing to pay a fee, that fee is essentially locked in where they can't pull out the deal without losing that fee. So they do have their place when it comes to extra security. So the main problem that I have with auction is when they're pushed to sellers as you are not paying a fee for this, the buyer pays all the fee. That is true, but that extra fee that the buyer would have been paying, they would have been willing to part with that, and they would have been willing to pay that in terms of asking price. So auctions are great if you're looking for a buyer that you want locked into the deal and want a little bit of higher security, but don't let an estate agent push you down the auction route just because you're not paying fees, because in some ways you are paying a fee, and a lot of the time a higher one.